Okay.
Right. Okay, I
So,
agree with you.
the people that we're worried about going after, who are the people that we need Nokomis to help us with?
We are going to send her after Chilltown and Jace.
Why do we need Nokomis to go after Chilltown and Jace?
Because in case we don't get the HOH, because you have to take into account probability, 1. 2, you have to take into account who is her enemy. And 3, it's like you have to take into account who, like, what is the makeup of Nokomis? What is she? Is she a loyal person? Is she a trustworthy person? Who pisses her off? What does she go after?
So
what does she stand for?
we agree that Nokomis was a trustworthy person.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, and we agree
that she's a stronger player.
And we agree that Diane is probably a trustworthy person also, but not as strong a player.
And not as trustworthy.
Not as strong a player.
And not as trustworthy.
Okay. And who is completely untrustworthy? Chilltown.
Okay, but right now we've got 2 people on the block.
But I'm just trying to figure out where this whole thing coming from, because you wouldn't nominate trustworthy people as opposed to non-trustworthy people.
We have season 6 people. Do you have, I don't understand. What is the problem at hand right now?
The problem at hand is we have a very strong player who apparently there's a deal that she's supposed to help us out against 2 people that we've already made a deal with, or you made a deal with, not us. That
we did.
They'll be kept safe.
Because I let everyone know before I even...
Except for me. Because I didn't know there was any deal with Chilltown.
I thought through talks...
I was told by Janelle...
Do you even know what the deal is before we even continue?
To go after Chicken George?
Which, do you realize that there's no existing deal, that it was all a fake deal? Do you realize that? Well,
I was told it was a fake deal, and I'm told it was a real deal, and now you just told me it was a real deal, and now you told me it's a fake deal. Just walk me through the steps.
It's a deal that we know they're not going to come up.
I explained this to you already.
I just don't understand. We make deal with people that aren't going to keep deals, so we can get rid of someone who could possibly keep a deal, and then keep someone who could definitely keep a deal to help us go after the people who we should have never made deals with in the first place because they don't plan on keeping the deals.
About their deal.
Right, exactly. Okay, let's take it from the top again.
Start from the beginning. Chilltown, you pull them out of there. What do you say to them up here?
I say, hey guys. Okay, first of all, you have to understand chronologically what happened. I'm sitting up here, I need to figure out who to put up. I decided that I'm going to put up Diane and Nokomis. At that point in time, after I've decided who to put up already, I say to myself, okay.
What made you decide to put up Diane and Nokomis?
Because
the day before it was Boogie and Nokomis in order to have them campaigning against each other.
Right.
No.
I
think that's what you told me.
That was just we were brainstorming at that point.
Okay.
If you put up 2 people from different clans, different groups.
Because Nokomis, for what I understand, has a friend in the game, but I don't think has any alliances, such as Chilltown.
Friend, alliance, same thing.
No, not the same thing. Not the same thing at all. Because I'm friends with Marcellus, I'm friends with Danielle, but I don't consider myself in alliances with them.
Yeah, but dude, that's different. Those 2 can very easily become an alliance, if they aren't already an alliance. They vote the same, they think the same, they're on the same page. They were part of the same alliance their season, much like us, much like Chilltown. Okay, so here's the thing.
I guess the only difference between their alliance is those 2 stuck together, because Chilltown didn't stick together, and neither did our team.
So what? But we're sticking together now. They're sticking together now, so it really doesn't matter. It's a whole new game. You're introducing all these variables which are negligible.
Such as we made deals with the dishonest people and
that weren't even going to affect the gameplay to begin with. I already made up my mind before.
I just don't think we need anyone to go after Chilltown. I just think that based on their luck in HOH competitions, it's the same as mine. It's non-existent.
You need to shape the course of this household. You can't just basically play this brute game of we're going to take a hit, you're going to take a hit, we're going to take a hit, and we'll see who's last one standing. This is not fucking the what's it called?
Stop running off on tangents. Let's stick to the subject here.
No, this is important because what I want to know. Okay, fine. If you think
Nokomis gets HOH.
What's your strategy, James?
My strategy is to when you have a
we're just going to go directly after everybody. Then what?
Hold on. Let me finish once.
Okay, go ahead.
The strategy does not matter because the 2 people you told me were nominated were not nominated. Okay, so you lied to me about who you were nominating. I was told the Chilltown deal was a deal. Then I was told it's not a deal. Now you've told me it is a deal, but it's not a deal because, hold on, all right? And then these two are nominated. We cannot change that, okay? So I don't understand why, if we think we can get 1 week out of Nokomis.
I know it's important.
Yes, please, I'm fucking starving. Why, if we can get 1 week out of Nokomis. There's no one else there. I'm really having a hard time. We get 1 week out of Nokomis, so she goes after Chilltown. Okay, then after that, Chilltown's done when Boogie's gone. Okay? You still have a dangerous player in the game in Dr. Will. You have a dangerous player in the game in Jace, who people would target anyways.
Not necessarily.
Who in this game doesn't think that Jace or Dr. Will are targets?
We have a bunch of people who
Everyone
are not
I
gonna
talk to mentions them as targets.
So what?
But that's the thing. It's okay, so if, let's pick, Chicken George gets HOH.
Okay.
He'll probably come after us because he'll feel like, I don't even think so. It's like right now, I think these people are too scared. That's why Will and Boogie are trying to get everyone else to rise up against us because they're scared to put us up. Because if Will or Boogie got HOH, they know their days are over. You know what I mean? I just don't see, I can't see the logic in getting rid of a weak player, keeping a strong player who will whoop my ass, whoop Howie's ass, whoop your ass, and probably whoop Janelle's ass in HOH competitions later on down the line. Because you said you have to set the stage for later on down the line.
Sure.
So, I mean, that's what I'm having. And I still can't believe that you made a deal or not a deal or some sort of deal.
Okay,
or
just let me know when you want me to clarify.
Go ahead, clarify.
Because you've already called me a liar, and obviously you're accusing me of something deeper, which you won't even admit. I don't even know what it is. You have a problem.
You and I discussed open lines of communication.
And I told you, and as of yesterday, you thought we're on the same page. I don't know which little birdie has whispered in your fucking ear.
But see, that's the problem is I'm doing this on my own. I'm not using little birdies.
No, because I don't understand what kind of ideas are going through
Mr.
your
and
head.
Mrs. Smith exists, then Jace is the dumbest person in the entire fucking game.
You know what? Things change. Maybe they existed, and maybe now it doesn't. Maybe he's bailing. I don't know, but it doesn't.
Or maybe people were fucking sabotaging people before the game. But
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point. Let me explain this to you.
Explain.
There are multiple things. First of all, you're like, well, you said you were going to put a Boogie in Nokomis. That was a possible option that I was entertaining. Yes.
Right.
You said that we were going to put. Then I put up Diane in Nokomis, and I wanted Nokomis out. That was the truth as well. Why did I do that? Because they're friends and because they vote for each other.
What you skipped over is that you told me you were not going to say who your nominations were, but Howie and Janelle knew who your nominations were.
I wasn't going to say.
I didn't know who your nominations were. Howie and Janelle knew about a deal with Chilltown, and I didn't know about a deal with Chilltown.
I told them to let you know.
Oh, okay. Continue.
Okay. So they were the ones going up. Okay. Then I told them that, hey, I'm going to stage this whole thing after I decided who I want up. I already decided. And then I told them I'm going to stage this phony deal with them, and I'm going to do it in front of everybody and make it like this big spectacle. If I really wanted a deal, do you think I would probably go and wait till every freaking person is in the red room?
If you were to set them up, because you said they don't plan on honoring the deal anyways.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so I wanted to set them up. So I made it all shady, and I said, hey, can you come upstairs in front of everybody? I brought them upstairs, and I said, hey, I don't think I'm going to put you up. I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about it. But what if I didn't? Would you go after a floater like, for instance, Chicken George to keep the group safe? Not me, the group. And they're like, yeah, sure, that's cool of you. Thanks.
Then how comes even when this week is not, I mean, this week is over. But don't you think that even before the next HOH competition, if that was actually had happened, these people would be telling all of us, oh, we're going after Chicken George? These are the liars here. These are not the honest people. You know, why are these people telling each one of us they're going after everyone in our group except for you?
Because they're trying to fucking cause dissension, James. Fucking think about it.
Don't yell at me.
You're pissing me off. See through things.
I am. I'm trying to see.
You don't think every single time, piece it together. Every single time one of us goes out there, then they'll be like, oh, hey, you're safe, and everyone else is not.
They can hear you downstairs.
Because, dude, this is crazy.
Continue.
If I was trying to do something shady, you don't think I was like...
I'm not saying you're doing something shady.
What?
I'm saying that this whole thing, I'm trying to figure out where this nominations and the pseudo deals with Chilltown, it doesn't make sense because I'm hearing one thing from you and I'm hearing a different thing from Howie and Janelle. And then they are not merging correctly.
I'll bring everyone in here together and I'll explain everything to you. Where do you have, where are the